AI job postings are exploding. And if you think that means more opportunities, you're only seeing the surface. Because the real shift isn't that companies are hiring a few more data scientists. It's that AI is turning into a baseline requirement, like email, Excel, or the internet. In other words, AI isn't becoming a job category. It's becoming the layer that reshapes every job category. Here's what that looks like in the data. Cornerstone's labor market intelligence points to a great skills merge, the collapse of the old wall between technical jobs and people jobs. AI takes over routine tasks, so employers stop hiring for narrow roles and start hiring for blended humans. Customer-facing roles are now expected to understand data. Technical roles are expected to understand humans. For example, demand is rising for data literacy in customer-facing work and emotional intelligence inside advanced technical work. That is not a cute HR trend. That's the new survival profile for the modern worker. Cornerstone's report is built on massive labor market data across more than 200 countries, pulling signals from job postings, resumes, government datasets, education programs, and corporate reports. So when that machine says the market is shifting, it's not vibes. It's a measurable drift in what employers are asking for and what they're willing to pay for. One number says everything. AI implementation skills surged 245% year over year, becoming one of the most demanded skills globally. Read that again. Not AI research, not AI theory. Implementation. Meaning companies don't want philosophers, they want people who can deploy this stuff into real workflows, real products, real teams. And that connects to the headline you saw, AI job postings exploding. Because once implementation becomes the bottleneck, hiring becomes the weapon. Companies don't race by inventing, they race by absorbing. The fastest adopters win market share, so they start buying the missing skill with money. That's the hiring war. But here's the part people misunderstand. The AI boom is not just new jobs, it's job redesign. AI is quietly rewriting job descriptions from the inside. Not must know Python. More like must collaborate with AI tools, must validate outputs, must document decisions, must handle edge cases, must manage risk. And the creep is real. Even non-technical roles are being rebuilt around AI-powered workflows. Marketing now means AI-assisted research, AI drafts, AI targeting, and fast iteration. Sales now means AI lead scoring, AI outreach, call summaries, and pipeline automation. Support now means AI triage, AI knowledge-based generation, and smarter escalation. Operations now means forecasting, process automation, and monitoring. So the job title stays the same, but the job becomes something else. That's why the great skills merge matters. It's not that everyone becomes an engineer. It's that everyone becomes partially technical and partially managerial because someone has to steer the machine. Now, here comes the uncomfortable part. If you're early in your career, this shift is brutal because entry-level work has historically been full of routine tasks, the exact kind of tasks AI eats first. And as entry-level roles erode, the long-term effect is a capability gap. That's a big deal because entry-level jobs are the pipeline. If the pipeline shrinks, you don't just lose jobs, you lose the next generation of experienced workers. And that creates a paradox. AI removes the bottom rung, but companies still need senior talent, so they fight harder for the people who already climbed the ladder. This is where the market splits into winners and losers. The winners are not necessarily AI geniuses. The winners are hybrids. People who can do three things. 1. Use AI tools fluently. 2. Understand the domain. Finance, healthcare, logistics, law, design, security, manufacturing. 3. Apply human judgment where AI is weak. Ambiguity, ethics, trust, responsibility, coordination. That mix is rare, and rare skills get paid. Meanwhile, the losers are roles that stay purely routine, purely repetitive, purely standardized. Because AI doesn't need those roles to think. It just needs them to be predictable. And predictability is what automation is built for. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, but isn't Gen AI hype? Here's the nuance. Generative AI-related job postings surged after ChatGPT launched in early 2023. But even at their peak, they were still a small slice of total global postings. So yes, it's exploding. And also, it's still not the whole market. That's the key. The real impact is not that everyone is hired as Gen AI engineer. The real impact is that Gen AI features leak into everything, and the job market reorganizes around that leak. So what should a smart person do with this? Not learn a tool. Tools change weekly. You want a stack, a durable stack. First, AI fluency. You must be able to use AI like a coworker, prompting, iterating, verifying, and documenting. Second, data fluency, not PhD level. Basic literacy. What data is, what bias is, what a metric means, what garbage in, garbage out looks like. Third, domain depth. Pick a field where real money moves and constraints exist. Healthcare, insurance, legal, cybersecurity, manufacturing, energy, finance. Fourth, judgment. The skill AI can't cheaply replace. Deciding what matters, what's safe, what's true, and who is responsible when it fails. And fifth, communication. Because the future worker isn't just a doer, they're a translator between humans and machines. AI makes output cheap, but it doesn't make trust cheap. It doesn't make leadership cheap. It doesn't make coordination cheap. So here's the bottom line. AI job postings exploding is real, but it's the wrong headline. The real headline is this: work is becoming hybrid by default, and the market is rewarding people who can operate in that hybrid zone. If you adapt, you're not competing with AI, you're competing with humans who use AI better than you. And that is a race you can actually win if you stop treating AI as a separate industry and start treating it as the new operating system of employment.
This transmission ends here. The next one is already forming. Stay aware and subscribe to Remain in the Signal.